G'day, everyone. This is Brainsplurge, and this is our first podcast, so give us a break, give us a try, and if we're good, buddy, click subscribe and just see how we go, because we might talk about some stuff that's relevant to you, because what it's about is it's our views of the world, and so you don't often get that from 17-year-old guys.
Yes.
And so we are in Victoria, and we're just chilling,
Living
so
in
that's how we
Melbourne.
see the world. And so I'm here with Mother
G-Bone.
Brainsplurge
We
member.
were gonna stay anonymous. We don't wanna put our identity out there. So we're here just to talk about some things that might be interesting. And yeah, give us a fucking break. We've just started.
So yeah, so what I really liked about podcasts is I recently started listening to them, and the fact that you can just chuck them on when you're studying, and you don't like completely focus on the studying or the listening to the podcast. You can do both at once, but they're both really insightful. And like, my favorite thing to do is when I get home from school, chuck on Modern Warfare 3, and I'll just put something like Joe Rogan on, and I'll just listen to that, and I'll play Call of Duty, and I'll play even better than I normally play, which is good.
That's
And yeah,
I listen to Joe Rogan, and that's where I want to do it from. So this podcast show will be similar in sort of the topics we talk about. But we'll have a different view on things. You know, we'll be rational. We'll stay open, stay humble. No egos in here. You know. So yes.
so
What should we talk about? What's something good?
I had
we need a topic. Get the listeners involved.
I had a crazy dream. This happened
Dreams.
two
Let's
or-
talk about dreams.
2 or 3
Let's do
weeks
it.
ago, and so I just wanted to know if there was some kind of meaning to the dream that I had, because it was pretty vivid. I don't often have super vivid ones.
What was involved? What did you experience? Was it a
Well,
lucid dream? Was it some sort of out of body experience, or
it
was
like
it just a normal fucking dream? Like,
yeah, it was like a normal one. I wasn't watching it from a distance. I was participating in the dream, and so the dream
first person.
Yeah, it was first person, and so I think I've told you this one before, but I'll tell everyone anyway.
Yes.
So this dream it's set in the future, and it's set around schools, and the government's recently introduced a program where kids have to learn how to live the street life, so life of a drug dealer, because that's like the worst they could become in their lives, and even then they still want them to be prepared for that situation. And so the way that they test this and pass this is that all kids have to do a test set by the government schools. And so I'm in this dream, and I'm with guys from my school. We go to all boys school, and we're all in
We're
this
all good
train
mates.
station.
We're not poofters.
We're in a train station. We're all in this train station, and the head of our year is there, and all the other boys are. And on the floor, I look down, and there's guns, and there's knives, and there's money, and there's first aid kits, and there's just, I don't know, there's clothes and just stuff you don't expect to see in a dream. And I'm like, wow. And so he's on the head of our coordinator, whatever you want to call him. He's on his big podium, very professional, very Hitler-like, telling us what to do. And he says, all right, we're going to make you guys experience life in a simulator as a junkie or whatever you choose to be. Like, you may rise to the top of all the thugs, or you may be just a low-life scum. And so we're rushing around, and we're thinking about what to pick up, and I see people picking up knives and just weapons, and then and people just picking up like money. And yeah, of course you would go for the money, but it wasn't huge amounts. It was like $20, $30, and there's other kids picking up the drugs, because of course there's going to be drugs on the floor. That's what that's life about.
The drugs.
Okay, and so
The drugs.
we all
yet
pick
to
up what
be-
we think we need. I can't remember exactly what I pick up, but it was something badass. Okay, and so we're going.
That's
so
weird how you can't remember dreams.
I know, but this one's crazy. It was really vivid.
Yeah.
And so now we're all crammed into this tunnel, this big metal tunnel, air hangars,
Yeah.
where they park the planes. It's like one of those.
like a
except
big
it goes for about
semi's like cylinder thing. Yeah.
about 200, 300 meters, and you can't see down it because it's so dark. And so we all have to choose a kid that goes first, and so someone has to go first into the tunnel. Like, you can all fit in it, but it's like a triangle, like the Mighty Ducks when they had that play at the end. We have to walk forward, and someone's gonna be the head of the tunnel. And so it's this guy at our school, and he's Asian, and he sounds like
the Asians.
he
taking
sounds
the
like
lead.
he sounds like a cowboy, and so he's walking down,
It's Dennis.
and they're like, everyone just get in, and they're like, we just go, and we're just walking down, bang, spear from the roof comes down straight through the top of his skull, down through his body, out through his asshole. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Most vivid death.
Why do you think that was in your dream though? Like,
I don't know. This is during school, so I'm stressed as hell, and so I don't know.
So you were dreaming at school? Or
No, I was at home in bed, but like
it was situated in school. Like your dreamland was at school.
yeah, it's like school in like the future, and so
Oh, okay.
so yeah, he's died.
So
and
it's fucked. It's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up. So he's at the end of the tunnel, and he's on a stake, and he's dead. And it's like, okay, what the hell just happened? And so now we're all walking down through, and this bit, it gets a bit it doesn't make a lot of sense here, but we just go and live our lives. Like one of my best mates goes and becomes like a drug dealer, and then some other dudes get into other stuff. And so during the dream, because all right, I gotta reverse back up here, because before we go into the because we have to get into the simulator. So at the very start, this is before we're even in the train station, we're in a classroom, we're all sitting at desks, we all have pen and papers. You know how it is. The desks are all set apart.
Yeah.
And the teacher at the front, you know, just your typical time on the board, all that crap. So you look down, I look down at the paper in front of me, and the questions are like, you're being chased by a gangster, what do you do? Or, you've got 200 grams of cocaine, how do you divide it and sell it? It's just fucking questions, I have no idea what the hell's going on. I look over to my mate, and he looks back at me and he winks. I'm like, thanks man, that helps me. Not at all. It doesn't help me. And so what we have to do is we go into the simulator, and then we can take 5 minutes out to answer a question. Like, we can't come out, walk around, go to the toilet. We come out, we got to write down this question really quickly, and then we have to go back into living our lives. And so some people are really confident, and some people aren't as confident. And so yeah, we put on the glasses, and then the whole train situation happens. We're in the tunnel, spear through the head of the agent. All right, now we're in there, and so we're living our lives as gangsters. All I remember was there was this brown building, and it had lots of floors. Scummy smoke coming out of it, Mexican family on the bottom, 200 kids, tacos all the time, and I was on like the second or third floor, and I was just living the worst life. Like I had nothing to do, I had nothing to go for, and yeah, I lived that, and so I don't remember how I did on the test, but I know that a lot of people died. Like when you died if you died in the simulator, it means you failed the test. That was like the main thing. Like,
So
words, don't die.
How long did the dream go for? Like,
see, that's such a hard question.
See,
how long
you go
did
to
the
sleep.
dream?
It feels like you're in there for so long, but then all you can really properly, your conscious can only recall when you're conscious, really. But you're unconscious technically when you're dreaming.
Well, I felt like that dream went for.
You get
2
sometimes
hours,
you
maybe.
get dreams when you sort of notice you're dreaming at the very end of your dream, and you pick up a bit, and then you get excited, and then you wake up. And then that's basically the morning, and then you fall back asleep, not really dream again. But I find that when I notice I'm dreaming, I'll wake up straight away.
So, like, the whole point of, like, that dream is I wanted to know, like, what does that mean? What does that dream mean for me? Does
They
that mean,
say if you dream it, it's not true. So
does that mean that I put a lot of pressure on myself for exams with the thing that if you die, you fail? Like
you die.
That's because there's
You
so
never
much
know,
pressure
you
on to
probably
do
will.
well in like VCE for
Yeah.
some kids these days.
Yes, we've been going for 8 minutes already. It's a new record.
And so
That brings up. I wanted to talk about lucid dreaming. So, have any of you ever done lucid dreaming? But you know what we're talking about.
just
So,
explain it anyway.
Well, we
Just
know.
go.
All right, lucid dreaming is it's when you become aware when you're dreaming, and people say you can control your own dream with enough like training. You can train yourself to pick up on things in your dreams, and then your conscious mind takes over while you're unconscious. So then you can take control and do what you like. And basically, to do that, you have to like train your mind, and you have to do dream journals and basically become a whole badass about it. So that's what a lucid dream is. It's pretty hard. Not many people know about it, but I think it's a good talking point. Everyone should be able to lucid dream. Everyone has lucid dreamed in their past. Everyone has done it. Just you don't know that you have.
With lucid dreaming for me, is I remember that you came and you told me about it, and like I remember that happened. And
Yeah,
then
I tried starting it. It's fucking hard.
There's an episode of American Dad. Like that's the only time I remember watching it, and
American Dad.
He-
I don't watch American Dad.
neither do I. It's pretty shit.
Yes.
But yeah, this episode was all about lucid dreaming. I was like, wow, all right, better pay attention, get my bloody thinking socks on because I'm gonna be listening. And so he talks about how there was a red ball, and when he saw the red ball in his dreams, he knew he was dreaming. So then he could just go around and just fondle titties the entire day, or
Well, yeah. Some people like
drive
that.
cars and stuff.
Some people
So-
sexually fantasize in their dreams. I would
Yeah.
do that. Let's be honest.
Oh my god.
I'd probably become a millionaire. But they say like you can create your own dream world and like go back to it, you know. So once you get really good at lucid dreaming, you can create this world that's sort of like, it's like a computer. You can like draw up this world, save it, and go back to it whenever you want. But it's in your head. Like
That reminds me of Inception. I watched.
it's
Inception.
pretty much Inception.
I watched Inception the third time yesterday, like the third time over a period of like 2 years, and I finally understood it. I understood.
It's a
what they
really
were
hard
doing.
movie to follow, but
I think that
it's-
comes with age, though.
it's kind of cool, you know.
But yeah,
People
so,
lucid dream for nightmares, you know.
and so they, in the end of the episode, his sister realized that he was lucid dreaming, and he realized that the red ball was what triggered it, and so she just put a red ball in his real life, and then he thought that his real life was when he was dreaming, so he was doing stuff in his real life, and he was just like getting screwed over and stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's my experience with lucid dreaming. I'd
I've
try it,
you know,
but
I've
I think
tried.
it takes a lot of training. Like this is some
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
monk
like
shit.
it's like some real like you discipline with your mind, you know. It's like meditating. It's you can sit there and meditate. Well, not you don't sit there and do it properly, but until you do it for I don't know years on end, you can actually get what everyone's meditating for. You get to that experience, like an out of body experience, like.
thing is with dreaming is I was just thinking, imagine if they could bottle that and they could sell it. Like
You could buy dreams.
Imagine if you could.
You could
not-
go to
not-
the shop and put a little like one day that they'll have like USBs and like you could like say everyone's like a computer, a cyborg. That's what I'm looking for. So you somehow the human race evolves into a cyborg due to technology growth. You could go to the shop, the dream shop. Instead of going to sleep there, you go and buy like a USB, plug into your head, and then you dream that. You can shoot like when it's plugged in, you download the files onto your head. And then basically when you shut your body down at night and sleep, you can go to like your files and click what dream. So it's almost like watching a movie, but you're actually in it and like it's like a virtual reality, like a virtual world, but in your dreams.
Yeah. See, the only problem with that is dreaming is so much more personal.
That's
Like,
it. Yeah.
You can't predict the storyline, but you live the storyline.
And it's
your actions
it's like
within
your brain
dream.
communicating with you. It's like your subconscious mind is like everything you experience throughout the day, the stresses and the anxiety you experience, and like even the happiness, even, you know, that sort of saves in your memory bank, and that's what you'll probably dream about. So
Yeah.
if you're really really stressed, you're gonna probably have nightmares.
We don't have like that technology, but I know that there's plenty of stuff you can do to increase your dream rate. Like I know that there's like a peak hour traffic for dreaming.
But it's just after witching hour.
Whoa.
There's a link there. Apparently between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when your REM sleep is like at a peak. So like your deep sleep, where like it's called rapid eye movement, REM. It's where your dreams basically happen.
Yeah, I know that, but there's a lot of other things. If you wake up and you get up for like 10 minutes, so you go back to sleep. You're likely
you go back to
dream.
sleep, and that induces a dream because what happens is when you first go to sleep, you don't go straight into REM sleep. It's like this light sleep, so you can be woken up quite easily, I guess. But then you get to this state, REM sleep, and you're so deep that you enter your dream world, and that's when it happens the most. That's why you can wake up and then go straight back to sleep. Your body will instantly go back to REM sleep. So
Yeah, it's
sort of extended.
It's a sleep, but it's also about just being healthy, I guess, and the foods you eat. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it was real, but I saw that if you eat a lot of Sultana brand, you're more likely to dream more. But I don't think, because the last time I ate lots of Sultana brand, I just felt like shit. So that's
I don't,
a lie.
you know, I don't eat breakfast. I don't know why. I wake up in the morning, I got really, really, really dry throat and mouth for that matter. So I think I've been dreaming too hard. So
You've been dreaming so
I've
hard.
been dreaming so
You've been
hard, my
running
mouth
so
just
hard.
gets
You've
so
been running.
dry. It's like
You've
after
been-
a marathon.
No, it's because you're having nightmares and you're yelling in your nightmares.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
why you
yelling.
drive out.
Like, I'm a really loud sleeper, guys. But yeah,
God.
lucid dreaming such a weird thing. Like, people do it because it's like a second life. You know, the people can get so good at it that it becomes their second life. You know, they probably look forward to going to sleep, coming home at night, going to sleep, and having a fucking lucid dream. That'd
Of
be
course,
awesome.
you'd be looking forward. You control the world. You are the
But
one
that's
that
just
makes it happen.
it's so weird. Like, and then what is reality? You could become so fucking good at dreaming that like you love your dreams more than you realize. Maybe you're fucking depressed and like you got nothing in your life, and all you want to do is dream. Why don't you just permanently get put to sleep and dream up your own world? What happens? We're probably a fucking dream. You don't, mate.
That's when you start getting into Inception, because that's how they had the little
and you
icon
can
things to know what the
and the
thing
thing,
was.
Inception, you can get so far into your dreams, or each level, or whatever, however it goes, and you go into limbo, and that's when you're stuck there. So you're basically dead, but your consciousness or your spirit or whatever is still there, and you're stuck in this state of dreaming forever, and you can't get out of it. That's sort of like I was out of body experience, astral projection, which is, in a nutshell, it's basically you get out of your own body with your spirit consciousness sort of stuff. It sounds pretty fucking wacky, but it's been done. I know there's a couple of kids at school who can do it. And he said that you can get like trapped in this like out of body experience world. So you can essentially leave your own body. It sounds so like Harry Potter-ish. So you know what? I was skeptical, but I'm not
Of course,
anymore.
you have to be
You
skeptical. You enjoy it more if you're skeptical, because then you're proved wrong and you're like, holy shit.
And yeah, it means more.
Yeah, lucid dreaming is just...
It's like drugs. It's natural drugs. It's what when
I reckon that's
when
what
you dream.
drugs is a gateway. It's not a gateway, but it
Yeah.
it has something to do with dreaming. I know that, because you can get
Well, your body
hallucinogens.
actually has DMT, which is it's a chemical compound. It's a psychedelic chemical compound
natural
that
drugs.
is actually found in your is a gland in your brain.
Just say brain. We're not
It's in-
scientists. I don't think anyone listening is
Dimer-
a scientist either.
Dimethyltryptamine. Something of it to mean. Basically,
Dimer...
yes. But that is actually found in your pineal gland.
Oh,
So
the
on,
pineapple,
your pineal
the
gland
pineapple gland.
it's suggested by a lot of scientists, probably
So us,
not skeptic.
because
We're
we're
pretty much
scientists.
scientists, but it's found in your brain. And it's like you know when you get butterflies, you know your adrenaline releases when you're scared or you're even happy. You know,
Yeah. Pressure situation.
yeah, extreme situations for your body and your mental processing. But it's sort of the same thing with DMT. Your pineal gland releases it throughout your body, and you actually have natural hallucinations. And like you enter a psychedelic state when this is released, and it can be released by having a near-death experience or like being really fucking excited. Or you can tap into it. You can physically take DMT,
Oh yeah.
and that fucks you up.
No.
But
No. Fuck that.
But I think it's. I don't know if it's natural. Like apparently it's found everywhere. Like it's found around the world.
Put it this way: you take it out of your brain. To be able to smoke DMT or whatever you do to it, you have to get it out of your
Ayahuasca.
brain.
Have you heard of ayahuasca?
Is
It's
that
the
a
most.
chance?
It's the most powerful hallucinogenic in the world.
Is it?
It's
is
like
it natural
it's
or is it made?
it's so fucked up that you actually have to go on like a diet before you have it, or
Is
else
it
I'm pretty sure
man-made?
it kills you. No, it's actually like vines in like. It's in Ecuador. I'm pretty sure people go to Ecuador. They go on like special diets, and like they have to like eat healthy, detox their system. They have like this like caffeinated like jungle juice shit, which like detoxes their body, and then they get to and then they're allowed to do it, or else it kills you. I'm pretty sure.
I got a story. I think it's related to this, and so it's about some older
Ayahuasca.
shit dude.
Ayahuasca.
Okay, as he goes to bloody Ivory Coast, where the hell this shit is, and so he takes this stuff, and because he does cocaine a lot, but he's like a really like genius as fuck, and he takes cocaine a lot, and in his dreams he sees his wife being like beaten up by like demons and stuff. 'cause he's taking
just
cocaine.
some crazy stuff.
And so and then when he comes back to England, he's like, oh yeah, get my cocaine out and smoke it. And then he's like, oh wait. and then he can't inhale it, he can't inhale it properly, and it's bad for him. And it's like his mind state is physically changed because of that drug, like the crazy ass one, like the fucking jungle, and that's changed him so much that he can't take cocaine anymore.
Yeah, like this
That's
ayahuasca. People who have consumed ayahuasca. I don't know. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. If it's
sounds
not,
like something from Crash
don't
Bandicoot.
fucking bag me. I can't speak. I can't speak English.
No one
But
speaks
apparently,
ayahuasca.
whatever it is, people report of having spiritual revelations, like regarding their like purpose on Earth,
Speaking to God.
the true nature of the universe. You know,
Like,
so
so
it's
trees grow in the
oh
ground.
no, it's just like you become one with like everything in the universe. Like people, I heard that like there's this thing called the singularity, and we're all one being spread across everyone's different conscious minds. It's pretty crazy stuff. Like,
I heard. This is a bit.
but consuming ayahuasca like brings you above that, and you go into like some spiritual world.
So whether or not it's a positive or negative thing, I guess is still yet to be discovered. Because we don't.
Aliens.
We don't know enough about
This is what he's talking about. He's talking about aliens.
aliens. Okay, and so I want to talk about another thing. This is off topic. This is about the population of Australia. And so this has something to do about welfare. And so people paying welfare. And so if you're a bad dad and you break up with your wife, like if you are a husband and a wife and you break
You're
up
just
with
a
your
shit
child,
person.
you're just a dog. And so you break up, and then someone has to pay the government has to pay child welfare. And so the people pay that money. We as taxpayers pay that money. And so if one person does that, we don't really care. Like our taxes go to it, but there's nothing we can do about it.
What,
We can't
paying
change
welfare for the person, the bad person, or like the kids? Or
the kids.
Okay,
It's essentially just
yeah,
giving
well,
money to the
like
kids.
what? Welfare, as in like the dole, or like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know
so
what you mean.
if we see people slouching off, like if we see one person like not pulling their weight and not doing work, we don't really care. Because there's millions of other people in this world. No one cares about that one guy not doing any work. Let's just push him aside and pay him off.
Yeah.
Just pay him off. So what needs to happen is that the way they describe it is we need to live in tribes. We need to live on
We have
tribes
to
of 50
deglobalize ourselves
or
and become
50 or
nomadic,
40 people.
and everyone should just live in trees.
The
That's what we should do.
The reason for 50 or 40 people is because then everyone knows everyone cares about each other. And if you see one person not pulling their weight, you say, hey,
Yeah.
you're not pulling your weight. And they're like, holy crap, I'm not doing any work. I need to do more work. And so then they get back up. Then each individual tribe is strong. And instead of being 300 million where we don't know anyone, like we don't know any bums, we don't know any people, like, and they can get away with whatever and no one cares. But if you see a guy rob another guy, everyone's in a tribe, everyone's going to be pissed because everyone's friends and everyone loves each other, because that's what all people want. People want love.
Community.
friends,
Everyone wants a
and
community.
community.
But you see, within that community, there will be always rivalries. Not everyone can ever get along. It's just a fact of life. Everyone's gonna hate everyone, or to an extent.
But I think the world would be a better place if we lived in tribes, because everyone would care about everyone.
Exactly.
in
Like the
tribe.
tribes could be our
That's all we'd have to worry
family.
about. That's all we'd have to
But
worry about.
there's just so many people in this world that I think we back in the
Too
I don't
many
know.
people. There's too
Many
many.
people. But back before, like, I don't know, before history, like before there was billions and billions of people,
Just
you could
before
do
there
that
was-
because there was so much land space per,
Exactly.
not per capita, per
And it-
person.
It was like that.
Yeah, exactly. But we developed. But if we developed in the right way, I'm not sure. Like, we're fucking. It's evident that we're fucking the world. Like this Earth, we're driving off dinosaur bones.
We are bending Earth over the table, and we are giving it a decent spank.
Yeah,
That's how hard.
we're
fucking
abusing
it.
our privilege. We're abusing this Earth. But you know what? I think it will be not in our lifetimes that we have to suffer the consequences. I know that very selfish, but you know what?
Everyone else doesn't care.
We're sitting here right now talking about this, and quite frankly, I don't think anyone will care. And the people in power don't give a fuck about anything but money, and I don't know, earning money. They don't care about the environment.
Money and-
Only the Greens. The Greens.
Fucking-
It's actually voting today when we recorded this. It's actually the national election, so we're both not 18 yet,
everyone
so we
vote-
don't have a say.
Let's just
Thank God.
vote for Clive Parmigiana.
I stink. I just got back from work.
I don't have a shower last night.
Yeah. Anyway, if you like our podcasts, if you want to listen to us more, you know, we'll have some interesting things to talk about.
If we can get,
We want to tap
least
into an
20
audience.
people to listen to this on YouTube,
I'll be so happy. If
I'll
I get
be
20, if we get
stoked.
20 views, you know, our mission is complete. We just want to enlighten people.
It's about alignment, but it's not also. It's about letting go. It's about.
It's
if
let
anything-
go of everything and just talk.
I'd be stoked.
Who
over
doesn't
the
love
moon.
a good fucking D&M? Who just when you're sitting there late at night with your really good mate, your best buddy, you just love just talking about just deep shit. Like we'll talk about the universe next time. We'll talk about it now if we want. Like we talk about some like where are we from? You know, if you love that, you know that's what we're going to be talking about. And we taboo things.
I'd be stoked even if two guys came from this and they're like, hey, this podcast was really cool. Let's make our own. And then they became famous. I love to inspire people as well.
We don't want to become famous. You can't from podcasts. No one uses podcasts.
Podcast is just venting pretty much. It's just opening up the vent and then just feeling.
Yeah, it's
problems.
we need like a call up line so we can just talk to people. We need
People
to
need
do
to go-
live shows, but we're not famous yet.
People
We'll
need
be
to go
famous one
make
day.
their own podcast from this. You need to go out, go into your cupboards, get your SingStar microphones out, get your shitty laptops out, get your duct tape, get your microphones and duct tape them to shit, and then just talk into them.
My
Put it on YouTube.
my Callum's microphone stand is actually a broomstick, and he's talking to a broomstick,
with a SingStar.
a really high
microphone.
tech broomstick.
PlayStation 2 SingStar mic.
Yes.
And I don't even a music reader. Jacob's using a music reader and then a Guitar Hero microphone to record.
Yes. Guitar Hero does come in handy.
I know, I thought I'd never use these ever again. I went and took all my PlayStation stuff into fucking EB Games, and they were like, it's all worth $20.
That's it. I know, that's ridiculous, isn't it? And then one day, our beloved PlayStation 3s and 4s and 5 and whatever's after that will be worth the same amount. It's just inflation. It sucks, but oh well. I would hold on to my things just purely sentimental value.
Exactly. I'll make my
I
kids
fucking
play
love
PS2.
I'm going to just pull out my PlayStation 1 even. Just tear up some Wipeout. I'll tear up some fucking
I'll
Grand
put out
Theft Auto number
I'll put out
1.
my PlayStation
Some
2.
bird's eye view gangster shit.
PlayStation 2 didn't work. I think mine's broken.
I've got so many games for PlayStation 2. It's ridiculous.
You have to get a memory card for that shit.
Yeah.
I had a yellow
Yeah,
see-through one.
My uncle used to give me memory cards he used to beat the games for us and then give us the save files. So we didn't have to beat them. So we'd have everything already. So good. Like Gran Turismo, he gave us all the cars. It was good as. But yes, anyway, let's get back onto some good topics, you know. We want to enlighten you. This is the whole point. Do you want to talk
Where
it?
are we going
I really wanted to talk it's been about half an hour.
Oh, fuck it.
I really want to talk about Mars One. I just came across Mars One mission.
Please explain it to me. I have no
Okay,
idea
hang
what the
on.
fuck.
I just need to
Mars
pull it
One
up.
is.
I'll talk about it.
Mars One is a Mars bar.
No.
with 0 calories.
Yes, but the intergalactic Mars
The intergalactic Mars
So
bar.
fucking Mars One is it's set up by a Russian billionaire.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
Vladimir Von
Who
Gogh.
wants to have a civilization on the fucking on Mars.
Fair enough.
And his goal is to have human inhabitants on Mars by 2023. So 10 years. And
10 years.
in 10 years,
Holy
there will.
shit.
It's happening. Right now, they've founded it 2 years ago now. You know, and they've already selected the crew, and the crew goes through 8 years training. They go through fucking vigorous amounts of training because this is basically the catch. It's a one-way trip. You're fucking going there. You're gonna die there. You can't come back. You have to say goodbye, you know, to everyone, and you're gonna set up the first human civilization on Mars. And the thing is, they're like, this is keen. Like, if you want to look at this, there's
The
actually
biddies would have to be so mid. The girls would have
you'd
to
have to
be fit as shit.
you wouldn't want to go with 4 blokes, unless you're a raging.
Homosexual.
I have nothing against gay people.
Gay
Let me make
people?
that clear before you fucking idiots on whatever you're listening to this by.
Gay people can get married, but just take your gay and put it
Yeah,
over
just
there.
put it in a box.
Go live your gay life.
Yes.
But just don't invite me to an orgy because I'm not
Yes,
coming.
exactly. Anyway, so if there was 4 blokes, you're fucked. I wouldn't want to go.
If I had
And
to choose that
basically, from every 2 years after 2023, there'll be 4 more people coming. And already they've sent all these, like, you know how they they send, like, rover missions there, like little bots and goes around. They've already sent, like, things
They
there to
sent-
set up before the people arrive, like, the actual living quarters. Like, they've actually got, like, little pods they live in, and they're going to,
They
like,
sent-
cultivate the land and everything. It's going to be pretty crazy.
They send Wally up there.
They basically sent a couple of
Wally.
Wallies up there.
Wally.
And the really cool thing is, like, I'm like, yeah, this is just fucking wishful thinking.
Bloody
Russian,
Russian
like, yeah, he's got
millionaires.
money, but, you know, I don't think this will happen. And then I was like, looking at their website, and they've actually got, like, a little link saying partners. And you go down to partners, you click suppliers. And people who was, like, these people have, like, written contracts with, like, yeah, we'll give you a fucking rocket. Just give us some
Who
money
is
for
it?
it. Like, there's this actual company called SpaceX in America. It's like, They,
All you American
space, let me
listeners,
just
all
put this
you
in
American
perspective.
listeners know who that is.
Yeah, if all our American listeners,
Listen.
everyone in America listens to us. Anyway, SpaceX is actually the company that owns the world's most powerful rocket.
Of course
Like
they do.
the NASA,
America.
typical. Anyway, well, there's one of like 8 suppliers, and they send stuff up to like the International Space Station and all that. You know, they're pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure that's founded by a Russian billionaire. But anyway,
You wouldn't
they've
wanna
got some
send-
pretty damn good partners, and I think this is something that's actually going to happen. I was
You wouldn't-
humankind on Mars.
You wouldn't want to send them up there and then make them build their own houses up there. Like, of course they're going to send up gear before. Like, you wouldn't want to, all right,
Yeah,
man,
well, that's
you're on Mars, now build your own house.
Yeah. They're the same bots there. So basically, when the people arrive, they can, you know, take all their luggage or
Just
whatever they've
take
got,
your
whatever they've
shit.
got with them.
You just got
It's
from
actually,
Earth to
you know,
Mars.
it's
You're
the-
going to want to go in your house, sit the fuck down and take a massive shit and then have a
Yeah,
wank. And
not
then
a,
you just wanna watch
a
TV.
gravity shit, not a space
gravity
shit. You
wank.
know, 7 months of space shit and space wanks. That'd be pretty cool though. You wouldn't get sick of it in 7 months, like just jizzing and let it float there. You know, it doesn't go all over you. You know, everyone hates.
I wonder if
Everyone
it would
hates
feel different.
Yeah, I wonder if it like your senses haven't got that gravitational force pulling it down. Imagine your blood circulation. Like, would it be
Your dick
normal?
would be huge.
Yeah, you probably get a massive boner instead of like a normal one. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, they've actually on the spaceship. It's like a legit spaceship, like fucking shuttle thing. It's got a green room. It's got a green room in it. Like they grow their own plants and they live off plants. Because obviously you can't take 7 months worth of food on a small little ship. So they're gonna grow it. So what happens if they run out of seeds or like it just doesn't grow? They're fucked.
7 months worth of bacon.
But it says here they go through an 8-year training. They go through they do 8 years of training, and they'll part of the training they do world isolation because they have to simulate what they're going to be like basically for the rest of their lives until like other people arrive. But they go through like every 2 years in this 8-year program, they get isolated in a simulation facility 4 months, like by themselves.
See, the thing is,
That will
I
weed
couldn't-
out the people who can do it.
I couldn't take those people off the street. I couldn't just be like anyone. can
No,
do
no,
it.
no,
I
you
would
have
have to. I would have to have children. I would have to take children from homes who knew nothing else about the world, and then put them into these programs.
Yeah.
And then
Even though
they wouldn't know anything else, so they wouldn't go
ethically
crazy or anything. So they would be
irresponsible.
fine.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, the people that they're taking are like scientists. You have to be pretty smart, you know, because they want to research it. But I reckon it's Russia wanting to, like the Mars resources, you know, tap into it early, make a space race again or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's Mars 1. It's pretty cool, you know. It's like we're getting really, really far into the future so quick. Like it's only 2013. Like I'm 17, and so much has changed. If you look like back in the 90s, when we were born, like just the quality of videos, as simple as that, they're fucking shit. But yet that back then was like, there's not color TV, but it was pretty good. Like, you know, broadcasting and all, but it wasn't that good compared to what we have now. And what they say is every 13 months, the quality and like the capacity of technology actually doubles every 13 months. So
That's right.
basically, it's just going to get ridiculous.
iPhone 10
Yeah.
by 2030.
There's the new iPhone software coming out soon.
Fucking hell.
It looks pretty cool.
Oh, of course it fucking does, because it appeals to everyone who has an iPhone. Of course it is.
I'm on the iPhone
It's gonna be
bandwagon.
fucking
Everyone's on the
amazing.
iPhone bandwagon. Everyone.
No, fuck the iPhone bandwagon.
It's easy.
I was either
iPhones are just so easy to use.
I was gonna either get an iPhone or a 50cc motorbike for when we go away. I literally want a 50cc dirt bike.
Yeah, just to fuck around with. That's
Just
just
to-
fun.
just
you
to-
know. There's nothing. Simple things in life like a 50cc motorbike are the best things.
$200 on one of those bad boys, and you will get at least a year's worth of fun, or even longer if you take good care of it.
Yes. We're gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes. We'll go for 40 minutes. You know,
Fucking
we've probably lost all of our listeners by now. But if you're still with
if you're
it,
still listening,
we give you a really big clap. Like
if we could send money through airwaves, we'd do it.
we would
But
pay.
we'd only
We
send
would,
about $1.
we would pay our listeners to listen to us.
Yeah, if we had like $1 or $2, you guys could have it. But well, fucking done if you've listened to the whole thing. And if you're studying, I hope it helped you study. And if you're playing COD, I hope you went like 40-1. Or if you're just having sex with your girlfriend, I hope you just lasted forever.
I don't know why I'd be listening to a podcast while doing that, but
Maybe that's just your
maybe.
thing. Maybe you just like guys about dreams.
Anyway, we'll get a couple more minutes. We've got 3.5 minutes. We'll wrap it up at 40 minutes. So it's 36.
Oh, you bloody dads just started using the angle grinder.
Yes. If you can hear an angle grinder, we're really sorry. We're sort of getting off topic. We don't have anything really to talk about, but
Well, I think we've
we need.
talked
I'll tell you
about
what we need to
bloody
do.
good
We need to
topics.
get people on. Do
people on.
we need to fucking get like not famous people, but people that are like
We just need to do the American thing and just bring in strippers and then make them go into a little cage and then fire money at them and then they have to catch the money. And
I
however
don't
money
know
they
how that would
catch, they
help
get
our
to keep.
podcast. I
Huh?
don't know how that would help us.
You explained it. Podcasts involve a lot of explaining. Like, if we want to talk about a YouTube video, we'll probably link it, but in the actual thing, we'll just have to talk to you about it. Unless we start filming a podcast, but that would only happen if I had like
And that's
30,000 people who wanted to see it.
Yes, only if we hit over 20,000 people a video, which I don't think we'll ever do, which is almost impossible. Let's say it's impossible. We're gonna approach 37 minutes and 37 seconds.
We're pretty much like,
Now.
let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for listening. We're gonna go under Brainsplurge at the moment.
But yeah, if you
We're
guys
gonna,
think of another
we're gonna
name,
change it. Hopefully, we'll think of something cool. We have to think of something sort of on the spot. We're
like
gonna try
Norfolk-
and stay anonymous because we have people that know us, and we're gonna be talking about things that are pretty fucked
We're gonna-
up.
yeah,
quite-
we're gonna
quite
try and
frankly.
avoid haters plus parents and stuff. You know,
Not parents. Fuck parents.
fuck parents.
They did their job. They brought us into the world. That's it. That's all they need to do. Well, fucking animals. They just ditch their parents after like they're born. They just gonna fuck off.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Anyway,
Feel out more.
thanks.
Right,
If
this
you've
has
made it this,
been-
if you've made it this far, thank you
Yeah.
heaps for listening.
This has been Brainsplurge, name still in production, and yeah, we'll probably do this once
It's
a
like
week.
it's like
But it's
Coldplay.
coming up to exams, so everyone just give us a fucking break if it's not done for a little while. Yeah, get on YouTube, search shit, share around.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.